You know, I really like tea. Now, some of you guys who have watched me for a while know that I'm not personally a big fan of energy drinks. My brother drinks them, and he's had me try some of his before. I've tried the Red Bull, I've tried the Monster energy drink, I've tried a couple of others, but I'm just not really a big fan. I don't like the taste, they just make me more tired. It has a complete opposite effect of what it's supposed to be. So I've never been a big fan of energy drinks personally, but I think the concept is cool, and I've generally always been fine with energy drinks. But today, I'm not happy with Monster Energy Drink. And would you like to know why? It is because Ubisoft is apparently changing the name of their new game that they're making based on a new IP called Gods and Monsters. The name of the game was Gods and Monsters. And Monster Energy Drink doesn't like that the name is Gods and Monsters because it has the word monster in it that they apparently think they own the rights to. So yeah, Ubisoft changed the name from Gods and Monsters to Immortals Fenyx Rising, which sounds like a totally different thing. Like you went from a very basic universal name to something very, very specific and much harder to say and remember. Immortals Fenyx Rising, Gods and Monsters. Which one sounds easier to you? Now, I personally find this whole thing very strange, because I don't think there's anybody out there dumb enough to confuse Gods and Monsters, the name of a video game, with something like Monster Energy Drink. It's not relatable. Just because they have the same word doesn't make them similar or easily confused. I mean, does Monster Energy Drink really think that their constituents and their customer base are that dumb that they're going to confuse the name of their drink with a game? Furthermore, if they did get confused, why is that a bad thing? If anything, you would think that, oh, Gods and Monsters. Hey, that reminds me of Monster Energy Drink. I think I'll go buy one. See, it helps because it's good publicity. It reminds people, it's free publicity because they're reminded, oh yeah, Monster Energy Drink, I'm gonna go buy one because the name of the game reminds me of it. So why would you not want the game to be named Gods and Monsters? If you're worried about people confusing it, if anything, that would just push sales, and you're not even paying to have it advertised. That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, how could this be construed as a bad thing in any possible way? Is it just they don't like some of the stuff that's in the game for political reasons? I mean, Ubisoft is traditionally not very political with their games. In fact, they've honestly, in recent years, tried to steer clear of being political as much as possible. Whenever somebody tries to call them out for being political, they always act like, oh no, we're not political. So it can't be that. It can't be opposing politics. Furthermore, it's not like the game has anything offensive or different in it. It's a Ubisoft game. We all know what Ubisoft games are like. They're very, very similar. They're usually shooters or open world games or sandboxes or just something like that. They usually have some sort of live service model element. It's Ubisoft. So I almost feel like there's a part of this story that we're just not getting. Now, I found this out all from a Push Square article, basically saying what I'm telling you now, and I'll have it linked down below in the description if you want to check it out. But this still seems like a really weird choice for Monster Energy Drink, because I would call this anti-gamer, right? They're trying to act like they have a copyright on the word monster, and they want to try to bully video game publishers into changing the name of their game in order to avoid legal conflict. But what's weird about it is this is Monster Energy Drink. It's not like it's a company that's known for hating video games or anything. They've sponsored video game tournaments and esport tournaments and stuff all the time. Monster Energy Drink was in Death Stranding. Does anybody remember that? You're going around, people are drinking Monster Energy drinks, they're in coolers. It was one of the biggest product placements that you've ever seen in a game, was Monster Energy Drink in Death Stranding. But now they want to pick a fight with Ubisoft over Gods and Monsters? It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. And this is Gods and Monsters. When have you ever seen, there's so many games out there that have monster in the name. How about Monster Hunter, right? Monster Hunter, that's a game that has monster in it. Do you see Monster Energy Drink going after them and saying you can't use the word monster? No, of course not. Why not? What makes this Ubisoft game so special? What about it is so scary? Like, do you know something we don't know? Is this going to have another no Russian scene in it? Like, what on earth is it? Are you so worried about that's going to conflict with your brand? It's so very strange. Now, this whole little thing has actually been going on since April, and Ubisoft probably could have taken Monster Energy drink to court and then won, because you can't just copy a generic word like monster. You can't just copyright that and say nobody else can use it. But they didn't want to because, there's court fees, there's time. To them, it's just not worth the trouble. And, fair enough. I don't blame Ubisoft for that. I probably would have done the same thing, to be honest, if I was in their place. I'm not mad with them, and I personally don't even care that the game's name is changed, okay? It's like Gods and Monsters, Immortals Fenyx Rising. Yeah, I don't care. It's a change of a game. I don't care about the specifics of this. It's more just a matter of principle. Companies just shouldn't be able to go around bullying people into not using a certain word just because they want to falsely claim they have some sort of copyright issue with that. I mean, I almost feel like there should be some sort of legal discipline for that, because it's malicious. And I don't even know if Monster Energy Drink thinks that they could win a court battle like that if it even went to court. I mean, I doubt it. If they do, then they are very, very much mistaken. There's so much legal precedence that would just throw them under the bus probably pretty early on. But I don't know. It could be a bluff. I don't really know. I don't know what the people in the boardroom at Monster Energy Drink think. But this is not a good move, because this has already gotten out in the press, right? Push Square made an article about it. IGN made an article about it. I'm making a video about it. I'm sure other YouTubers are going to do the same thing. This doesn't look good for Monster Energy Drink. Hey, and Monster, just going to cue you in here, guys. Gamers are one of your core audiences, okay? Do you really want them mad at you because you've picked a fight with the video game publisher? Do you really want them to just think? Do you really want them to think next time they go to pick up a Monster Energy drink, oh yeah, this company doesn't like that a video game has this name. I think maybe I'll give Red Bull another try. I don't think you want that. I really don't. Is it worth it? Is it worth just even potentially upsetting people just so that a very generic name isn't used and maybe confused with your brand? Like, what the crap? What the actual crap? I don't get it. I really don't. But yeah, guys, I wanted to talk about this. I found the whole thing very, very strange, and it just seems kind of dumb to me. And yeah, I just thought it would be an interesting thing to talk about. I hope you guys found the video enjoyable, entertaining, and informative. If you did, and you'd leave me a like, I would really appreciate it. It would help me out a lot. I'm sure you know how YouTube works and how likes help YouTubers out. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you find this strange at all? Do you think that Monster is in the right here or in the wrong? I mean, personally, I think that a company can do whatever they want, but just because they can doesn't necessarily mean they should. One, they're in the wrong here anyway because they don't have the legal right to tell somebody they can't use the name Monster. But even just implying that they can't and threatening legal action just seems stupid. So, oh well. I actually wasn't going to get a video up today because I had some friends coming in from out of town, but there was like a little last minute gap where I had some spare time, so I thought I'd quickly make a video just so, give you guys something to watch. I'm trying to keep up with those daily uploads, and I have a couple of bigger productions coming in soon, which I'm very excited to reveal to you all, so that is going to be very, very awesome. But until next time, I've been your host, Kess Gaming, and I will see you all at the top.
I'm about to end this man's whole career. Aside from my soul.